Hey, it looks like the runners are just getting underway. I'm Maniacal, and joined by Sloters.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. How are you doing?
A-okay. The runners snuck up on us and got things started quicker than we expected, but it looks like they're all on their way down the climb. I don't see any moonfalls today. I'll just go in with the actual fall speed. But looks like Feasel has done a good job of getting things pretty synced up between all of the runners, so they're all neck and neck down toward the Morph Ball location. What do you think they're going to find other than Morph Ball down here?
Spring ball, please.
Spring Ball. I'll
Ah.
go with some sort of beam, but no, it's bombs.
Well, you know what that means, Maniacal.
Oh, BT hype. So, yeah, we will be seeing a Bomb Chorizo fight, probably from all four of our racers, unless something really weird goes down.
Yeah, I can't imagine they'll want to skip that since it's such an early major item you can pick up.
Yeah, I mean it's super accessible. It's so early, and then so in path for most runners that I don't think I've seen anyone skip it yet, and everyone getting that ceiling deboost right away.
Yep, making it look easy.
And missiles, and I know they'll be looking for some super missiles. I think we'll see them all go down to check that location, and if it's power bombs, maybe check the left of Morphing Ball location. But no, just missiles and supers today. So, do you think anyone's going to opt to bomb their way into the old Mother Brain missiles?
I'm sure a couple of them will.
Yeah. I was surprised last time I was commentating a race and this came up. Both of the runners went that way. Both the runners went down to the old Mother Brain missiles, even though it's a little bit of a time sink. I like the call, though.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to bomb those blocks, but I mean, if you can get a miner that without like having to go through some door transitions, then it's not too bad of a call.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a big advocate of avoiding door transitions. Southern Kip blowing right by, but InNoRush looking like he is going to stop. NeisRosver also passing it up, and Diddy, the last one to reach it. We'll see what Diddy elects to do. He also is going to check the Mother Brain item and find some super missiles.
As a reminder, this is round 3 in the losers bracket, so it's the top half versus the bottom half, so Kip versus Di10Kong, and then InNoRush versus NeisRosver. So since it's the losers bracket, whoever loses out of these pairs will be out of the tournament.
That is absolutely correct, and because it is a round 3 match, this uses the new logic for the randomizer. And so there's, for instance, one of the biggest changes is now a 10% chance of suitless Meridia, as opposed to previously about a 3 to 4% chance. So I don't want to be the first one to mention suitless Meridia, but here I am.
What are we, not even 4 minutes in?
Yeah. But just an E-tank at Bomb Chorizo. But everyone making quick work of that guy. He is not happy to see super missiles. And Diddy checking the cavity searcher, the dental plan location.
Oh, the 230 missiles.
Yep.
230.
Yeah, 230 indeed. Gosh, I can't handle the puns, man. Terminator with a reserve tank for Southern Kip and everyone else as soon as they arrive there.
He's looking like he might have won the skip it, but he ends up turning back for it.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like he's going back up. Maybe a gauntlet check now.
Yeah, with 299 health, there's a little bit of wiggle room there if you take some acid hits, because doing it with bombs is risky. I mean, it takes a little while, and there's a lot more potential for taking a little bit of an acid bath. Whereas Southern Kip and InNoRush looking like they are headed straight down into Green Brinstar.
Kip lands that first mock ball, no problem, and we see Spacer at the Brinstar Reserve.
Yeah, so not everyone's first choice of beam, but a beam I'm sure we will see all of the runners collect. But okay, NeisRosver going for the infinite bomb jump up to Gauntlet, and it looked like he had it, and then just lost focus there on that final bomb jump.
Yeah, I don't blame him for doing the bomb jumps here, though. Those couple wall jumps there are kind of finicky.
Yeah, you have to do a delayed wall jump, and it's a fairly tight window, but it looks like he's got it. Okay, good. Yeah, he is in on his second try. And Southern Kip finding power bombs, finally. I think we'll see all of the runners collect those, but this won't be the seed where the runners had to do Gauntlet in order to find power bombs. Not today. It's actually a really nice location for power bombs because it's really one of the first ones where you have a major that you would have to pass. Here, the Edekun's location that we see Kip going for, that is gated by power bombs. Some seeds we've seen runners have to pass on that and then have to choose whether or not to come back from Big Pink. So instead, I think we'll see all of the runners go for it on the first pass.
So let's see what Neis is about to get at Gauntlet. Oh, space jump.
That is a nice reward for doing early Gauntlet there. It's going to help his movement throughout.
Looks like he's going to keep progressing through there.
And
He'll get a couple minor items up there too. Yeah,
we'll see if he or never mind. He already got the Terminator item. I was going to say we'll see if he remembers the Terminator item. But he has that reserve tank already.
Ooh.
And it's a good thing he does. And InNoRush got his E-Tank from the Edekuns, and Diddy's about to go pick up his, making the jump, not falling for the trap there. Southern Kip headed into the Wavegate room. We'll see if he's able to execute the gate glitch. And it looked good. Without audio, it's hard to tell, but yep, first try for Kip on the Wavegate glitch.
Yeah, he didn't even use like the standardized setup either. That was impressive.
Yeah, that one is X pixel perfect, and with a fairly tight Y pixel range where you also need to scroll the screen up sufficiently in order to register the shot. But he makes it look easy.
So it looked like Neis got at least one super pack by going through Gauntlet there, so I would say that was probably worth it then to get some extra supers this early.
Yeah, supers and power bombs. A pretty nice little haul there, but he is going to need to be careful here. Tanking a little too much damage from those space pirates. And with a reserve tank down at charge beam, it's 2 reserves already. First off, Kip getting it. We are going to see the runners have to pass on the waterway location because they do not yet have speed booster. So that's a location that'll be in play later in the match.
Di10Kong also getting that gate glitch there first try. These guys are making it look real easy.
Yeah, all the runners in the tournament at this point are just really excellent players. I mean, they've been through multiple rounds of play at this point and are still persisting. So while it's a losers bracket match, there's so many good players that are, one loss already in this tournament. And Kip headed down Red Tower.
Yeah, I can't blame him. He's got no speed booster, so he can't check all the items at Rex ship, so he's probably thinking he might as well just try his luck down here first.
Yeah, right now his only way into Rex ship would be either CWJ or the diagonal bomb jump. And I guess now Spring Ball. He would also have the Spring Ball set up for the Rex ship entry. I don't know if he's practiced that one or not.
Yeah, you really don't need that one all too often. I think I saw a match recently where it was actually required.
It's never explicitly required because you can always CWJ, but it's definitely an option if you're familiar with it that can be a little easier to execute.
Kip with a nice Kraid's lair entrance, shooting all 3 supers and jumping right to the ledge there.
Yeah, it looks like everyone is headed down Red Tower of the first 3 runners to get there. Not surprising because only Neis will have the space jump, which is going to be the Rex ship entry item. So we'll have to see what Neis does when he makes it to Red Tower. I think he has the most compelling decision. Also, by virtue of that early gauntlet check, he's going to be able to go and check X-ray.
Oh, that's very true.
So we've seen early X-ray checks pay off for a couple runners throughout the tournament, and often we think of that as something where the runners are breaking the logic. Here, NeisRosver is just going to have one of the logic entry items that gates that location, so that actually could be where the progression item lies for our runners.
So looks like Kraid will not be going to Prom tonight for Kip. He gets that quick kill nice and easy, and he gets Plasma Beam.
Yeah, upgrading his Spazer right away into Plasma. Something all of the runners will be happy to see. Plasma and Wave also an item set that will make lower Norfair much easier if the runners are able to go down there early. And we'll see how Diddy and InNoRush fare with Kraid. See if there's any Kraid stand-up today.
Ooh.
Yeah, Diddy is letting Kraid dance, and we'll see. Looks like InNoRush is putting an end to those shenanigans, keeping the left side clean.
Kip, he just stumbled across high jump boots, which is his favorite item in the game. He's got to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, if Kip were commenting his match, we would surely hear about how hype he is on those high jump boots, so I'm sure he's very, very happy to see them. And he honestly has a point. They are really, really necessary movement items just in terms of convenience for most runners, just because we're so used to having access to high jump boots. And we're coming up on decision time for NeisRosver. So if you're NeisRosver, I don't know, I'm thinking X-ray check, and depending on what happens there, like if speed's at X-ray, I'm immediately going for Rex ship. And at high jump boots, an energy tank for Kip. InNoRush getting his high jump boots, and Diddy about to pick up his. So Kip first doing the high jump boots location, and NeisRosver heading right in for that early X-ray check. I like this call from him. This is, again, something that's open to him that wasn't open to the other runners, so this could make a big difference in the texture of this race, but he needs to be careful. These spikes deal 60 a pop, and he's at 99, so yeah, he is maybe electing to go and get that health refill prior to checking X-ray. I'd like to see him go back up and check that out. But Kip taking the save before doing any hell runs. I like the call. I think we're going to see him check ice, and depending on what happens at ice, if it's speed, I think we may see him go right for Croc. But otherwise, I think we may see him head over in the direction of Bubble Mountain, whether to get down to Croc or whether to just clear out the Bubble Mountain area. But yeah, NeisRosver headed back for X-Ray, and InNoRush turning around from Kraid and heading up Red Tower. Call we've seen a couple runners make. Interested to see how this works out. Kip found his Varia suit. That is a very exciting find for Kip. That's gonna keep him on the course with high jump boots and Varia. We are going to see him pursue the path here for knocking out that early lower Norfair. And unfortunately, just an E-tank at the X-ray location, so space jump very helpful for NeisRosver, but not breaking the game wide open. And so it looks like Diddy is getting ready to go toward ice to get his Varia suit, and we'll see what method of wrecked ship entry InNoRush prefers. I see some calls for some very exciting finds, but I don't know if it works that way. Gravity is a little more optional. But yeah, Kip headed up to the speed booster location while Diddy makes his way into Ice Beam. InNoRush taking the save at the ship. I wonder if we're going to see him go up and find his space jump. Whereas NeisRosver is heading over, looking like making that trek into Kraid's lair. And yeah, Diddy getting his Varia, and Kip with the third reserve tank. That is an increase to the value of every subsequent item location, with Spazer and 3 reserve tanks already out. That has to incentivize aggressively checking majors. And yeah, it looks like InNoRush is going to go up to Gauntlet, and presumably is going to get his space jump here shortly. Kip farming. Looks like he's just prepping his ammo situation, trying to get everything right for that lower Norfair. I think we're going to see a wave check, and then a consideration on whether to go right down into Lava Dive, or whether he wants to make the trek over and do the reserve location. Find out the fourth Kraid outcome here. Looks like NeisRosver has gotten a nice quick kill, so we saw 3 of 4 runners nailing that, keeping Kraid from standing up today.
Thank you for holding the reins, Maniacal. I just got back in here. Looks like I missed a little bit.
Yeah, so not a big deal. It was A-okay. I think everything's going fine, but we have Kip and Diddy both finding Varia, and InNoRush went back up Red Tower, just picked up his space jump, so I think we're going to see him continue on the trek over to wrecked ship. NeisRosver's coming up on a decision point whether to go up or continue into Upper Norfair heading down. So it'll be interesting. The biggest decision point on the screen right now is going to be NeisRosver's, I think. And Diddy going to see what's up at the wrecked ship reserve. Or not wrecked ship, sorry, the Bubble Mountain reserve location. Getting a grappling beam, and we'll see Kip get there in just a second as well.
Well, we said it before, but we got grapple and we got spring ball now, and still no gravity suit, so Sueless Meridia still on the table.
High jump boots, grapple, spring ball. All we need is an ice beam. We've got the starter kit assembled. And Kip picking up all those miners, getting his ammo into a pretty good situation for trying to fight Ridley. I'm curious how many item locations we'll see him check in Lower Norfair, particularly whether we'll see him head over and check the Mickey Mouse location or not. And NeisRosver has headed down into Upper Norfair. We know that's a a decision that's going to pay off for him if he can get into Ice Beam. So only InNoRush is the lone early wrecked ship holdout here. We'll see what he finds in wrecked ship. I'm hoping for gravity suit.
Yeah, that would definitely make this this trip up to wrecked ship worth it if you could find another suit.
Yeah, if it's gravity and not Ice Beam, I think that puts the other runners in a really interesting decision if they happen to get Ice Beam at Ridley or something like that. Yeah, Kip is headed over, looking like he's setting himself up for his lava dive. Diddy headed into the wave beam location, and NeisRosver about to go get his Various suit. InNoRush praying for a fast. And so far so good for Kip, avoiding those Namahe shots. And not quite getting that last wall jump.
No worries though, his health drains a lot slower in these randos, so he'll have quite a few attempts. He gets it no problem, second try.
Yeah, he is into Lower Norfair, so we'll see how he chooses to execute this. I think with bombs and spring ball and high jump boots, I think we will see a GT check. In fact, it looks like he's taken that save so that he'll be in good shape with this green gate glitch. And InNoRush making his way through the Fantoon fight.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's having too many difficulties. He's got to be a little careful with his health now, but he's picking up some drops just fine.
Yeah, and I see some questions in the chat. They did modify the rate of taking damage from the lava in Randomizer because the lava dive can be a required trick, and they wanted to make it just a little more accessible for runners. And Kip getting that green gate glitch with no problem. And Diddy electing to go over toward Crocomire. So it's interesting. I expected Diddy and Kip both to go right for Lower Norfair, but Diddy wanting to see what Crocomire may have in store today.
Well, you know what the chat always says, Croc Z always pays off.
Well, we'll see if the chat's right. Kip getting that spring ball jump first try. That's a nice little trick for escaping there. He had two options for escaping with his item set. He had either that spring ball jump or just an infinite bomb jump out. Spring ball jumping, of course, a little trickier, but also a lot faster.
So Diddy, he finds energy tank behind Croc. Hopefully he finds something else to pay off over at the grapple location.
I'm hoping that's where Ice Beam is. I think that would be a really decent payoff that's pretty fair out of this Croc gamble.
Kip making good use of that pirate positioning to shoot a couple of them at the same time with those supers.
Yeah, it looks like he's setting up for a spring ball jump, even though he has the high jump boots to make this wall jump. I guess he's just decided that there's a little bit more leeway on the spring ball jump, and so he's going to show that trick off again and get it first try again. And now we'll see. Okay, no Mickey Mouse check for Kip today.
Looked like InNoRush, he was trying to do the spiky room there, but he backed out a little bit. He took quite a bit of damage. I'm not sure. He most likely saved beforehand.
I think we're seeing it.
Maybe he didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he went right on in there, and after having a little bit of hardship, decided that it's better to go take that save and then just try and make it through without taking any hits on the second attempt. And all the runners are on the same seed. Everyone's just choosing to solve it a little differently, and there it was. I'm a witch today. Ice beam at the grappling beam location for Diddy, but gravity suit at Fire Flea for Kip.
That's huge, man.
Yeah, that basically at this point, Kip is an ice beam or a speed booster away from go mode. Plus minor items, but I mean charge beam or miners would get him there, but really he can go through all the bosses at this point. And the second location here at the E-Tank for InNoRush, just another E-Tank. I'm sure he'll be happy for the health refill, but not the payoff that he was hoping for yet from Wrecked Ship.
It's like Nice is about to enter the lava room here leading into lower Norfair.
Yeah. Looked like he was maybe trying to set up for the chronic boost there, but just taking a Viola to the face and choosing to kill it out of spite and collect the power bomb. And Diddy on his way back out of Crocamire's lair, getting some extra super missiles. That'll be good come the Ridley fight. And maybe even come the Mother Brain fight if Charge Beam remains hidden. With InNoRush up in the Wrecked Ship attic area now, taking the time to go and do the bowling cutscene, I'm hoping he finds Charge Beam.
So Nice, he had no problem doing his lava dive. He gets up there first try, and he takes a save before entering the elevator, so he may be resetting at GT if he doesn't like the tank he finds.
Yeah, InNoRush seeing Screw Attack, getting a nice spring ball gap skip there on the platforms in the way to check that location. Only saves a fraction of a second, but I'm still a fan.
Second try gate glitch by Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
He's gonna be checking this now. Maybe he'll have another tank, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think we'll see him take the tank here. He didn't spend a lot of ammo on the gate glitch and just farm back up to full, so in the event that he finds Charge Beam, his beam setup's already really nice for stand-up glitch. I'm sure he's eyeing 70 tanks.
Diddy doing his lava dive. It looked like it was first try.
Yeah, all these runners getting that high jump boot lava dive, making it look real easy. And NeisRosver a little far away from the wall with that power bomb. He's going to need to use 3 getting across, but he's got sufficient ammo, so it's not going to prove to be an issue. Just going to take a little bit more time getting through the pillars here.
So Kip normally takes 30 supers to take out Ridley, but Kip actually only has 20, so he's going to have to break into his other ammo a little bit to take him down, and he's starting off with some power bombs. They do 200 damage for each hit, and they can hit up to 2 times depending on if Ridley's close enough to the explosion.
Yep. And oh, he missed a super missile there. Those are at a premium because he requires the damage from 20 supers plus 60 missiles, of which of course he only has 55. So some of that power bomb damage is absolutely necessary for killing Ridley. And each super that he missed, I think he only missed 1, is the equivalent of 3 powerbomb hits. And a Mickey Mouse check from NeisRosver. I like it, finding some super missiles. That's going to be really nice for him when he gets down into the Ridley fight.
Yep, that's that magic number you want right there, 30.
And yeah, sure enough, InNoRush picked up his charge beam up there. I was hopeful, and it paid off, so he's going to have a little bit faster of a time not needing to check miners with charge plasma wave already.
Looks like Kip successfully took down Ridley with about 12 power bombs to spare. Very nice fight for him.
Yeah.
Oh, and speed booster.
That is go mode. That is an exciting find for Kip.
Yeah, he has the means to get to Batuna, which of course means he can get to Dragon, and then he just has to go take care of the Elephant Ghost, and he'll be ready for Torian.
Yeah, and we'll see NeisRosver getting his gravity suit. Diddy on his way over. InNoRush checking the X-ray location, gonna see an E-tank, and he's taking it. Also eyeing 7 tanks now that he has charge and plasma. And we'll see if Kip chooses... Nope, not choosing to jump up through the platform. No swaggy spring ball strats today for Wasteland. But Plasma will be making quick work of those Tuskegas.
Kip was going for that speedball there to get through, but ultimately decided just to bomb his way through.
Diddy taking a bit of an acid bath here in Pillars, but making it through. Those 6 E-tanks really coming in handy. Also taking care of the pirates at the bottom of worst room in the game with super missiles. We'll see if he elects to spring ball jump or IBJ or wall jump through. I think probably one of the latter two, because we just saw the IBJ out of the screw attack location. And Ice was at grappling beam for folks in the chat who are curious. Only Diddy has gone down to check Crocomire so far, and the payoff there was an E-tank and an Ice beam.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Kip is going to find Ice. He might go down to Croc because he still needs to find charge or a ton of ammo, so he may search for that, but if he doesn't, then Diddy will definitely have an advantage with having Ice and Torian.
With 20 power bombs already, I highly doubt that we see Kip go to Crocomire. I think it would be a bad call for him to go to Crocomire, honestly. His Crocomire is very sparse in terms of miners you can check per unit time, and that's what he's looking to optimize right now, to just bootstrap in as many additional majors as he can and hope for charge. Did he get in his gravity suit? And InNoRush looks like he's about to make his way over to Ice and pick up that Varia suit. He'll probably be a little sad to see it right there.
So looks like Nice, he's using that grapple to farm up some more supers for the Ridley fight. He'll probably go up to 30.
Yeah, and I like this call from NeisRosver. I like farming up to a full 30 if you have the option, or full supers even if you have fewer than 30, just because of how much quicker they make the Ridley fight.
Yeah, it takes some of the pressure off too, having to use your other ammo.
Yeah, Charge Wave Plasma for InNoRush, when he gets there, he may not elect to farm to full. But for runners without charge, just having that extra leeway. I mean, Nice already shot a couple of shots into Ridley's tail, not on super missiles yet, but just having that leeway of getting tail sniped or missing a shot otherwise, and still being able to complete the fight. Absolutely worth a little bit extra time to farm up the ammo. And Kip with a Mama Turtle check. There is a miner here in the wall that he can check as well. So, definitely a reasonable call. And it's just missiles, but I think we're going to see him go grab it. And Ridley being a bit of a jerk to Nice there in the lower right screen, refusing to grab, and Nice continuing to provoke the Pelican. So Ridley having to hit the swoop count to just explode, but getting speed booster. It's going to make things go a little bit faster through the rest of the seed for him. Diddy also farming up ammo, prepping for his Ridley fight. Probably going to see him get up to the full 30. Charge beam for the chat was up at wrecked ship. It was in the gravity suit location, and so InNoRush paid the cost of the bowling cutscene, but got rewarded by being able to go and get his screw attack, or see screw attack rather, not get, but know it's there, gated by speed, and also actually get charge beam.
I like this move by Kip. He took a save in the aqueduct, and he's probably hoping he's going to find charge down here, but that's a good save just to have in general, because since he doesn't have charge, he has to use ammo for Batwoon, and if he uses up all his ammo without actually killing Batwoon, he'll be soft locked there. So that's always a good save to take.
I like the save. I guess he will need to go and farm up ammo prior to Batwoon. But I don't know if, even if he sees charge there, if charge actually is going to save him, roughly 2 minutes that it would take to go all the way back around in Meridia throughout the rest of the run. I think it probably would, but I think it's actually kind of close. That is a slow location to get when you're trying to go straight up to Batwoon, but maybe his plan was to reset no matter what and then use that as an exit way from Meridia? I don't actually know.
Yeah, he could probably do that if he wanted to.
It's definitely good information to have, though.
So Batwoon takes 10 super shots to take down. So he's probably gonna get a little bit over 10 just to have some leeway. It's very easy to miss shots against him.
Yeah, Batwoon's hitbox is notoriously bad, kind of like Crocomire. And so, definitely you want a little bit of extra ammo before going into the Batwoon fight if you don't have charge, just in case you get, hitboxed. And an interesting question I see in the chat: what is the time difference between a fried Dragon kill and a Shine Spark Dragon kill? I guess assuming you get like a 2 in blue.
I want to say the shine. Well, if you do it really right, the grapple method might be faster. But I mean, you also get a blue suit too if you do the Shine Spark thing, so it kind of depends on a few things.
Yeah, I think if you get a spark on the initial swoop and then you get an immediate goo pattern, which is what you'd be looking for grapple kill anyway, and then get the grapple quick kill, it actually works out in favor of the Shine Spark, but probably only by a few seconds and by virtue of being able to do the reverse halfie. And so, Nice farming up on his way out of Lower Norfair here. Not going down to Croc, though, just picking up some ammo. InNoRush on his way down into Lower Norfair. Kip entering Dragon, and Diddy collecting some miners, also prepping up for that potential chargeless Mother Brain. And we'll see how InNoRush fares with his Lava Dive here. Looked like he took a Namahe shot there, but now he's up, and yeah, he is through. So
Very nicely done.
Yeah, all of our runners doing really great with the Lava Dive today.
Yeah, we promised it is not as easy as they're making it look.
Yeah, it's very easy to get sniped by a Namahe flame. Kip electing for the Spark Dragon. Definitely something he's pretty comfortable with from any percent. I don't know how much experience he has with the Grapple Dragon kill, so maybe just going with what he already knows. And looks like InNoRush is headed over, getting ready to check the screw attack location.
I like his use of the power bombs here to get a couple supers. It's sort of a forgotten super missile farm area.
Yeah, if you do it just right, you can pick up 6 per power bomb, and that can be a really, really great farm. Even if you have grappling beam, you can pick up supers on average faster that way than you can from the Zebos. Plus, they're really useful to have as you travel through all of the lower Norfair rooms leading up to Ridley. And it looks like he's going to get 3 this time. Yeah, 3 on that second power bomb. Just a little late laying it there to get all 6 of the Rippers. NeisRosver also getting the Mama Turtle E-Tank, now with 7 E-Tanks. Just looking for Charge Beam to enable stand-up glitch. And we'll see what Diddy elects to do. Wow, looks like Diddy is going for the Main Street missiles with a really nice mid-air setup. Looks like he was calibrating off the back side of one of the platforms. I hadn't seen that one yet. A nice high jump setup for that Spark. Really cool little strat there showcased by Diddy. NeisRosver going up and checking the beach location. 3 miners up here. Definitely committing to chargeless at this point. Fingers crossed for a couple supers down here at the back 2 locations for him. InNoRush with a little bit of low health. Need to be careful. Ooh, now very low health. Taken a double hit from the iframes here. Unfortunately, does not have an 11th power bomb to Crystal Flash, so this amphitheater is going to be a tense one. Oof. Okay.
Oh, man.
Man, that was tighter than it needed to be. Really a bit of a sweat there. And Kip getting up to 75-45 now. That, I believe, makes him... Oh, yeah, he is just barely okay for Mother Brain 1 and 2 chargeless at this point, but he would not be able to miss any shots. He would have to kill the glass fully and then go back through and refill. So I think we'll see Kip check for just a little bit more ammo. Going for some intended strats wrecked ship entry.
Gotta love those intended strats.
Yeah. Oh, InNoRush taking a Di10Kong to the face and unfortunately lethal damage with it. I didn't see hope. Okay, good. It looks like he did save there on his way into Ridley. Wasteland's pretty dangerous place, so I'm glad to see that he saved. And Diddy making use of the reserve tanks there at Batwoon.
Who InNoRush taking another death, unfortunately.
Ugh. This is a very rough area to get yourself caught with low health.
Absolutely.
I know we've seen many matches throughout this tournament where runners have gotten into exactly this save station situation in lower Norfair with low health. And yeah, these key hunters, the Di10Kongs, everything down here hits really, really hard until you make it to the Silver Pirates, and even then, a lot can go wrong.
So it looks like Kip, he's moving on to his final G4 boss. That would be Fantoon. Ooh, gets it fast right out of the gate.
Yeah, we'll see. Looks like he's setting up for a Doppler here. And nope, just one shot on that third cycle there, but another fast. I don't know, Kip must have said a lot of nice things to Fantoon lately. And let's get our bless RNGs here in chat for InNoRush fighting his way through these key hunters and into Wasteland. This is a really tough situation. It looks like he might be choosing to go up and farm some fire fleas for some health.
If he does choose to go in the fire flea room and he checks the item there, he'll be glad to find gravity, because that will cut down some of the enemy damage quite a bit.
Yeah, that'll further reduce enemy damage, and unfortunately the first few cycles are going to be really powerful as he fills up on those, but... Oh, I like this. Just getting the 11th one so we can Crystal Flash. Really, really nice call from InNoRush.
Meanwhile, Nice looks like he's setting up for that classic fried shrimp kill. He gets it.
InNoRush with Gravity Suit, and we'll see what Diddy chooses to do to Dragon. Looks like Diddy also planning to fry some shrimp. Grapple Beam at the ready, but getting a lot of swoops. That's 4 in a row now? Or past the initial one. So running a little bit bad on Dragon and missing the quick kill, but having the right facing direction for a fairly easy grapple to this second port on the wall.
So it looks like Kip, he's up to 55 supers, it looks like, so he's got plenty of ammo to take down Mother Brain now.
Yeah, without Ice Beam, I don't know how comfortable Kip is with the speed Zeb skip. I don't doubt that he can do it, but I'm not sure if we're going to see him just blow through the Zebs with those 75 missiles and then go back for the refill. Also, I think we might see him go through Gauntlet and pick up that extra super missile pack there. And InNoRush with a nice platform K go down to find the Metal Pirates. And Diddy and NeisRosver both making their way Nice a little ahead of Diddy at this point. Granted, they're not racing one another. This is Kip versus Diddy and InNoRush versus NeisRosver. Just a little ahead of Diddy on his way out of Meridia up to fight Fantoon. The Di10, read as Diddy, is part of Diddy being a French player. What we would say is 10 in English, of course, being du in French. My pronunciation is abysmal, so apologies to any French speakers in the chat. But reading as Diddy is how he pronounces his name.
Yeah, if you notice, his picture on Twitch is also Di10Kong. A little bit of a hint for his pronunciation.
Sorry, D. Du is in fact 2. Like I said, my French is abysmal.
So InNoRush looks like he's getting some nice charged plasma wave shots in on Ridley. I believe it's 24 shots with that combination, so it shouldn't be too long of a fight. It's getting pretty red.
That sounds correct. I'm not actually certain though. But yeah, Ridley is looking just about cooked. And some intended strats here from Diddy. A little bit of mechanical the grappling beam. It can be a weird one to work with. And Kip having to do power bomb kills for these Metroids, using his 6E tanks to employ some grouping strats, and Spring Ball to do a little bit of Metroid jump rope. NeisRosver making his way into his 4th boss. Looking to take care of Fantoon here. We'll see how that goes. And Diddy getting set up real nicely on ammo here, finding another super missile pack, trying to prep for the chargeless Torian.
Digging Kip's use of the spring ball here to keep those Metroids from latching onto him and sucking away some precious health.
Yeah, the damage from those guys will add up real quick if you're doing grouping strats and are in there with low health. The first room, of course, the most dangerous of the 4 rooms, so he took a good bit of damage on grouping in that one, but once you're through the first one, it isn't too risky from there.
So Kip's got all the right equipment here to go for a baby skip. Oh, it looks like... Oh yeah, he's probably gonna refill, so he's just gonna damage himself down and just skip the skip.
Yeah, and with the reserve tank as a safety, I think we'll see him go probably kill some doors and head back up from the door into that final room. No, he's refilling now. I guess either going to refill twice or get that speed Zeb skip. We'll have to wait and see. NeisRosver making quick work of Fantoon, and Diddy starting his Fantoon fight.
Yeah, again, these two, they're not directly racing each other, but they're pretty neck and neck right now.
And for anyone coming in a little late, the big difference this race was InNoRush elected to do an early wrecked ship, and it really didn't pay off all that much. He was able to get charge beam out of the gravity location, but it was a lot of pathing time to sink into getting that item.
It does look like Kip is going to go for that Zep Spark. It is there's a pretty tight short charge to get. Usually you want to stutter 3 tap. Looks like he's actually going to destroy the Zebs.
Yeah, I think we'll see him destroy the Zebs and destroy the glass, and then backtrack.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Like I said, it's a very tight distance to do a short charge in.
Okay, not even going for the glass, just gonna take the 2 refill strat. That stutter 3 is across a door transition, and it's quite tricky. And Diddy checking the lake missile location, finding vanilla missiles. Thinking twice about him, but going back to get him. Kip also going for the health refill there, just topping off.
Di10Kong with the reverse ocean fly. That is not a spark you see often.
Yeah, it's a really nice one. Now that all the Zebs are out of the way, is just Kip versus Mother Brain. With plenty of ammo, his chief concern is staying high enough in health to tank the 1 rainbow beam that he will need to at the end of this fight.
So Mother Brain 2 will take 60 supers in order to take down, and if he misses any supers, he can substitute with missiles. Oh, looks like he's going to start with missiles, though. Yeah. So any missed super would be 6 regular missiles to make up for it. So he has about 5 or 6 shots of leeway. So
Mother Brain actually doesn't take double from the super, so it's actually just the 3 per. So he has 11 shots of leeway. Mother Brain 2 having 18,000 health, the same as Ridley, but Ridley taking half as many supers because of that double damage multiplier. InNoRush making his way up to Dragon, getting through Mount Everest with the Shine Spark. And NeisRosver employing power bomb strats here in the Metroid Room 1. Yeah, looking like Kip, if all holds up, will be finishing with a low 1 hour time. A really nice time for this seed. Diddy and NeisRosver not far behind. I think we'll see all 3 of them finish in the sub 110 range, and I think InNoRush will probably be not even far behind that, maybe 112 range.
InNoRush just got a pretty nice 1-round Batoon. He had a plasma wave charge shot, so it only took a couple to take him down, whereas the other runners had to just use ammo.
Yeah, he's definitely making up time as the only runner with charge beam, not having to check all these minor locations, but unfortunately where it was located just so far out of the way.
It looked like he was going for full halfy there. He just barely didn't have enough time to pull off that spark.
Looked like he just got a nice little CWJ there, though.
Yeah.
Coliseum.
Yeah, it's funny. You'll get them all the time when you're not trying to get them.
Exactly. And NeisRosver setting up for a baby skip, maybe? Looks like he's going for it. Yeah, if you get caught in that little middle area between those 2 little pillars on the floor, it can be a real pain to get through there. But Diddy employing Ice Beam, making quicker work of the Metroids. So, again, this saving a little bit of time for him, but not all of the time that was paid to go visit Crocomire, unfortunately.
In InNoRush, it's like he got a pretty decent opener on Dragon with the X Factor and Shine Spark. I think Dragon will be down with another spark. She's looking pretty red right now.
And yeah.
Yep, and he gets his
blue.
blue suit. Nice.
So are we going to see a check of the Dragon item? Looks like it.
Yeah, he's probably hoping it's ice. That's really the only item that would save him enough time to warrant this check here, but as we know, it was down in the grapple location.
And Southern Kip making his way to the ship. GG to Southern Kip.
Yeah, I do not have the race channel open, but that looked like it was just under a 101 SRL official time. So GG to him.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the channel right now. I also realized that I didn't have it open. I had it open and had to starting the commentary, having a little mic hardware trouble. And yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to see the exact finishing time there. Or actually, let me results. And Southern Kip, yeah, finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 0 minutes, and 53 seconds. So congratulations, and GG to Kip on that race. And NeisRosver here at Motherbrain 1, looking pretty good on ammo. Oh, okay, he will have one super missile to miss in Motherbrain 2. I think he got Rinkus sniped there twice. So he's gonna have to be pretty careful with his ammo here. But we know that he has a decent lead at this point, but of course the runners do not know what sort of lead they have until they see a dot done or a dot forfeit. And InNoRush taking a ship refill here. Getting set up to make sure everything is A-OK for the Torian entry.
Looked like nice. I don't think he missed a single shot, so he gets through the fight A-OK. He's got the right health.
Yep, really nice fight there from NeisRosver on Motherbrain 1 and 2. And Diddy, for his part, doing a good job as well. Looks like he is on pace, not missing any of his super missile shots. I didn't catch his count at the start of the fight, but oh, there's one miss, two missed. So hopefully he had enough supers extra at the start of this one. Taking a little bit of a catch-up.
It looked like she started doing catch-ups right around 15, so he might have barely just had enough there.
Yeah, it looks like he is also through.
Meanwhile, InNoRush, he is now entered Torian, so he'll be taking down the Metroids, and then he'll be going through the same thing there. Except he does have charge beams, so he won't really be worried about his ammo count too much, besides being able to take down Motherbrain 1.
Yeah, he was able to save a good bit in item fanfares over the course of the run. We'll see it reflected in his finishing percentage, I'm sure.
Kip with 52%. He did acquire a lot of minor items to compensate for not having charge, so that's to be expected.
Yeah, 75 is a lot of missiles. That's 15% of the items just in missiles right there. we see all the runners finishing up here as InNoRush makes his way through Torian. I will take a moment to remind everyone, go follow the runners. They're all excellent streamers and are putting on really, really nice races. Of course, we'll have race 2 and possibly race 3 to follow this one. But take a moment and go give those guys a follow, because they're doing a great job here.
Got InNoRush coming up to the baby skip here. We'll see how he does. I believe Di10Kong, he has been the only successful one so far of the ones that have tried. Looking good so far. He's getting in that nice rhythm.
And one more jump, and yeah, it looks like he got it.
Nicely
He's
done.
through. Really nice baby skip there from InNoRush.
We got Nice coming up here, right about to hit his dot done.
And GG to NeisRosver. He has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 48 seconds.
GG.
He will take game 1 of this first to 2 wins series.
InNoRush, not choosing to do the Zeb sprite, so he's gonna have to kill these Zebs, but he should still have a lot of leftover ammo to deal with Mother Brain 1.
Yeah, he has enough projectiles and enough damage that even if he gets turret sniped here, it would need to go quite badly. And Diddy taking a minute to go pay respects to the animals. Yeah, I see that Di10Kong has finished in the SRL chat with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 6 seconds. So GG to Di10Kong.
If there were a tie, I'm honestly not too sure. They might just do a rematch. I'm not sure if they would like go down to milliseconds if it were just like down to the seconds tie.
I think it's about who enters the dot done in SRL first, honestly. Someone's going to be first.
You can tie on SRL though. Me and Kip tied on one of the weekly races a bit ago.
Yeah, I guess what I meant by that was whoever's is, I guess, physically at the top of the chat.
Oh.
SRL time is the time that we use to time the races. It's how the races are officially conducted in an IRC channel, and it stands for Speedruns Live. So if you go over to speedrunslive.com, you can check out a whole bunch of races or participate in races, much like these. And InNoRush expressing a little bit of frustration with the seed, but saying that he will also be done soon and being on Mother Brain 2 as we see him here.
Looks like Kip is squeezing a little bit of practice in before the next race.
Yeah, we've seen him before other races also just practice the ceiling D-boost just because it can be a little finicky of a trick. Our runner's all getting it with no problems, but honestly, I think it's a little tricky of a thing to basically require at the beginning of half of all of the randomizers. Really even more than half. But half the time your morph ball's in the ceiling. But we get the spoiler log now on Diddy's screen, one of the changes made by the Randomizer developers. We'll be able to find out where anything that we want to know about was. Of course, I think we saw all of the relevant majors in this run, so no real spoilers for anyone watching. But for the runners, maybe we're looking for something like Ice Beam. They'll be able to see that Ice Beam was in fact at the grappling beam location.
Make sure you get some deer forces in chat for Diddy here. Also, nice. You could see they were just a few credit scrolls away from each other.
Nice also getting that 52%. We'll see what Diddy's got. $45 for Diddy, so a little lower. I think Diddy had one fewer E-tank and just had more supers than missiles. I think, if I remember right, Diddy went up and checked Beach and a couple of the other minor locations that some of the other runners didn't. I think we saw Diddy also maybe get crab supers. Just finding slightly more super missiles than other runners. InNoRush headed down to visit the animals. Taking out a little bit of frustration on the Decora and the Etiquette. Multiple times. See how many times he elects to murder the animals. What we see Southern Kip doing is he is practicing with the practice ROM hack. Not so much teleporting around as using save states right now, but it also does have a teleport function. Just practicing some green gate glitches. Another one of those tricks that can commonly be required, but can be a little finicky even if you've practiced it 1,000 times. InNoRush done with the animals now. And yeah, is making his way out to the ship. We'll give a GG to InNoRush as well, who has finished in the SRL channel with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 53 seconds.
GG to him.
So yeah, GG to all of our runners. Again, be sure to go give those guys a follow. Really nice race here from them. We'll be back with the second race in just a couple minutes as soon as the runners have time for a break and to get the next seed distributed and get readied up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if we see one or even both of these matches go to Game 3. All these guys are very competent with the randomizers. You know, they're already a few rounds deep in the tournament, so they're pretty aware of what they're doing and kind of how to route this this game out.
Yeah, all of these runners, very skilled players. Really worth those follows. Also want to shout out CheatyFace4, who did an excellent job of tracking all 4 racers through a variety of routes. We saw quite a bit of divergence as InNoRush headed up in direct ship, and Nice went for space jump early, and Diddy went down to Crocomire while Kip just kind of stayed on the straight KRDP course. Cheaty Face did a really good job of keeping up with all that. So while the runners get ready for the next race, I'm actually going to take a step away, but I'll remind everyone to not randomize your Twitch channel. We'll be back with race 2 and hopefully race 3 in just a couple minutes.
So, Chad, tell me who you think is who's gonna come out on top for these next or this next match here. I think we're all gonna be hoping that Diddy and InNoRush both can pull one out, so we get some more Super Metroid today. Although there is a ton on the schedule today. Spacer will win the day. I hope not, man. So it looks like the ROM is distributed now, so we'll just see all our runners loaded up with their various systems they have. Yeah, make sure you get some Deer Forces in there for InNoRush. And all of our runners. All of them did very well. Zila, Ripper, Scissor, and Zila. I only know like what one of those are. I assume most of them look like frogs.
Thank you, Sloters, for holding it down while I was away there for a minute.
Sure thing, my man.
Looks like the seeds being distributed for the runners right now, so hopefully everything is up fairly soon. But I guess while we're between races, I wanted to take a look and see how the racers each arrived here. We've said they've been through multiple matches in the tournament so far. I guess working through, as reading off a page, start with Southern Kip, had a pre-round bye, and then beat Richmond 3MM, and then lost to Leodox, and that put him into the losers bracket. For Diddy, started off with a loss to Lexosaurus Rex, which put him into the losers bracket, then beat AND4H, and then also beat Cerberoth, so coming in with a 2-1 record right now in matches played. InNoRush, similar to what we saw from Kip's record. Started off beat Darko in the first round, and then took a loss to Fusta, placing him in the losers bracket. And then NeisRosver, similar to the story for Diddy, took a loss early to Cashmod, then was able to fight through Hercules bench press and Zarbi in the losers bracket, ending up here. So again, another 2-1. So all of these runners, I mean, between them, that's 6 match wins already in this tournament. So strong players. Yeah, it looks like the runners are beginning to ready up in the chat. And so, yeah, everything is starting up in the SRL channel. So it looks like, plus a stream delay, the runners will be off. And so at this point, I know we got in a little late last time, but what do you think the runners will find alongside their morphing ball in Blue Bryn Star?
I'm gonna say what I say every time, and it's gonna be spring ball. I gotta be hopeful about that.